Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new Made of Things. It's not the new normal Made of Things. Boo. We hate that. But it's the... frowny face. But this is the audio version will include the frowny face exclusively for the audio, I guess. But it doesn't matter. It's the intro for the Made of Things on Zoom. I think we're calling this Zooming On Up because much like Zooming On In, time to break free, nothing can stop me. Because much like the Made of Things, the M People song. So a very current reference, so this is the new Made of Things on Zoom, Zooming On Up, and we're zooming on up today with the delightful Janie Haddad Tompkins and Paul F. Tompkins. Hello, guys.
Hello,
Hi.
guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
indeed.
so much for being our first guests on the Zoom thing and on the Zooming On Up. So I guess our first question is, how are you? And what does the M in M People stand for? I guess I should ask.
You want to take the first question, honey, and I'll take
How
the second?
are we? Yeah.
No,
How
it's
are we?
one question.
Oh, it's one question.
Yes,
Okay.
I just decided.
With
This
two
is
parts.
interesting. This is interesting. Okay.
Well,
How are you? And
I guess
what is the M in M People?
See, it's the and that gets me.
Yes, I know. It's a trick question. Yeah,
It's very tricky. It's very tricky.
It just came to me, so I don't know.
I guess we're doing okay. We are coming at you from Los Angeles. We've just gone through a record-breaking heat wave, and in addition, we are also having record-breaking wildfires, the biggest wildfires in the history of California's history. So not only is it too hot to go outside because we haven't evolved that far yet as a human race, but it's also very difficult to breathe the air.
Okay.
It was
And
that this morning there was a fire near our house, and so everything was gray.
It's
Covered in
exactly the
ash.
same over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like summer season. There's wildfires, plenty of them. They're suspiciously planted, I guess. So like, I don't know if it's true. It probably is. There's been some cases in which it is, but it's a very serious and very grim subject. Yeah, so it's exactly the same. Plus, we have similar weather. I've heard. I've never been to California. Nônô has.
Yeah,
But
I lived there for a
Yeah.
short while.
Oh, you did? Where
but
in
not
California?
in Los Angeles. I lived in San Francisco
Um,
and went to school in
okay.
Berkeley, so it was like two different
Cool.
weathers in one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your time in Berkeley?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
it. And
It's
I
a beautiful
especially
place.
enjoyed having to buy shorts on my way from San Francisco to Berkeley because I lived on a mountaintop, like on a hill. And so I left the house with rain and then arrived at Berkeley with scorching hot weather.
Hot sun, yeah.
that's what you want in the city. 2 microclimates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think for me, I don't think I've ever gone to San Francisco without having to buy a sweater or a scarf.
It's always cold there. I know. It's really cold.
Surprises me every time that you step out of this. If you step out of the sun into the shadow of a building, the temperature dips so dramatically that your body goes into shock.
It's like the whole Game of Thrones map in one city, I guess.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And the M in M People stands for what would you say? I don't know. I'm sticking with my 2-part question.
Absolutely. I think it stands for many people.
Many people. Well, how about you, Janie?
Minions.
Minions people. Yes.
Minions people.
Minions people.
You know that movie Minions with the little people? They're like little yellow.
Oh yeah, that's hugely famous. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
They're like,
They're pills that came to life and put on clothes.
yes, I hear that's where they are. Yes.
My headphone piece was falling off as Paul was speaking, so
Oh, no.
I heard mayonnaise people.
Mayonnaise people. That's correct.
Is that what you're going with?
Mayonnaise people.
Yes,
I'm
I'm
going with
going
mayonnaise
with
people. Yeah.
mayonnaise.
And
people.
how are you? You forgot the first part of the question.
I'm feeling weird without my camera with me.
Okay, because Nônô is usually on the behind the not behind the scenes, just like setting the scene. How do you say this? Behind the camera. Yeah, shooting.
Yes.
Shooting
Had to get ready.
More comfortable.
our prettier camera. Yes. And I guess only me left. I'm feeling delighted.
Delighted.
I'm feeling delighted that you guys are doing this. It's I meant to do this. It's a curious question. Curious thing. I meant to do this. This show is 5 years old now. But it started off as a podcast only during the first year. But I've always done video, so I decided. Well, I already filmed the interviews. Interviews. I already filmed the episodes of the show. So it's pretty much the same amount of work, I guess, to me to do an audio exclusive and a video one and a video show. So I might as well just do video. So since 2016, we decided to do this on video. But for the first year, my intention was to do this via Zoom or Skype. Zoom, I didn't know it existed, but via Skype or something with comedians. But because I've always done music, really, that market was already available. So it ended up being just that, pretty much, apart from a few directors or something like that. And which comedian did I have? I don't remember.
We had John Cooper Clarke.
John Cooper Clarke was semi-comedian, like British poet. Yeah. And but it's very funny, like a punk institution, living punk institution. And I'm also very sweaty.
I know who that is. He's got
on
like
panels.
long black hair, and
Exactly.
he's got gold
Yes.
teeth and sunglasses. Yes,
That's exactly him.
The person who Rick Mayall's character from The Young Ones was based off.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane, and that's one of our favorite things is the Young Ones. Yeah. We have all the box sets over there. And,
No way.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. We love it. And I'm also very sweaty. So,
Same.
Because I am a lizard.
Yes. Lizard.
Are you really?
No, she does have a Scorpio on her hand though.
Ooh,
Wow.
So that's fire.
That is intense.
Like 40 degree weather to feel comfortable. 40 Celsius.
Yeah. So she's fine.
Are you
You're
a
fine.
Scorpio? Is
No,
your
I'm
sign-
not. I'm actually a Virgo.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I'm a Scorpio, so I think that's really cool. And but I've never really seen a scorpion in the wild, thankfully. But I have seen them at like the zoo or something. But I think they're so terrifying.
They're
looking.
terrifying.
I
Yeah.
think they're adorable with their little beady
Adorable.
eyes. My
Adorable.
therapist was like, when I did the tattoo, was like, oh, why would you do that? Like, is it because you're so defensive about yourself? And I'm like, no, scorpions are adorable. They carry their babies on their back and they have beady eyes.
Anything that's really frightening, Nônô will describe as adorable. Usually.
Really?
Yes.
So have you seen one in the wild?
I have seen small ones in the wild.
Yes, we have
in the wild,
some beaches have like these small scorpions with two. Yeah. You don't like beaches, or you don't like
I
scorpions?
love
in
beaches, but what are
We like
scorpions
beaches.
doing there?
Wait, you mean
Come on, guys. Come
So
on.
Some beaches, very rare.
this is
Yeah, I mean,
in Portugal? That's
unfair.
That's in Portugal?
That's in Portugal.
Yeah,
we
in
have
Portugal.
plenty of beaches. They're amazing, and I would say like 99.9 of them don't have Scorpios. So you're fine.
Okay. And do you guys live near a beach? Like, can you
Yes.
drive to a
In
beach?
every direction except like mainland.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except mainland
There's
is.
a
Yeah.
different kind
We
of
need
beach.
to go there.
Yeah. So I'm
Right
delighted
now.
that you guys are here. I'm delighted that you guys are doing this. And
Let's hope the next episode we do is in person.
Oh, let's hope.
And
Yes.
at the beach,
Yes,
because
yes.
we have the resources to do that.
Yes.
Let's,
Yeah,
pick
we'll
that,
come-
let's pick that beach very
We'll
carefully.
come out there.
No Scorpios. That's a promise.
No scorpions.
We have a Scorpio
please.
radar. So yeah. I was saying that it's been my intention to do this with you guys and invite you on, even when this was on audio 5 years ago, and finally we're getting around to do this. So I guess some good comes from this fucking pandemic thing. So yeah,
It was all worth it.
Yeah, it's also
And
all
also
worth
the
it. Yes, for the
podcast
Zoom
has
calls.
come out of the pandemic, so like two things.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a lovely show. But we'll get to that. So I'm also very sweaty and mostly people.
Mostly
I'm going with
Mostly
mostly
people.
people.
Mostly
Okay,
people.
all right.
Mostly
Yeah.
people.
I think we
Not manic.
wrapped that up neatly.
Not manic.
Wait a
I've
minute.
forgotten about what.
Are the things that
we
aren't
were.
people, are they scorpions?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I had a feeling.
Yes. Or
I had a
lizards. Or lizards.
All right. Okay.
Are you an M people?
And
I never knew.
I am M people.
You're M people.
Yes.
You are M people.
I am M people.
The M people.
Yes.
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 That's you. Okay.
Yes, all
so,
of them.
Zooming on up, I guess.
Zooming on now.
Zooming all down, like to break free. Nothing can stop me. That's how it goes. I know the
Dance
lyrics.
Party, yes.
Zoom. Plus, it's Zoom. Exactly. Zoom dance party. Zoom dance party. That Zoom dance party is also a good name. Plus, also, zooming on up wasn't picked, surprisingly.
There we go.
Yeah. So there you go. It's zooming up. Okay, guys. So
Okay.
so for anyone that doesn't know, and I'm assuming everybody, I met Paul and Janie when Paul was in 2013 doing a London show for Crying and Driving, a stand-up special, which was delightful as well. And we ended up meeting afterwards. I was speaking to Janie. I went with some friends of mine. And I went to talk to Janie, and so Paul ended up coming after the show, talking to us. You guys were talking to us for I'm not going to say how long, but I'm going to say that it was unexpectedly long for us. And but it was so much fun, and really got we were so beyond our It's when someone's in your ear buds all the time and on your shows, and someone who you appreciate so much, and then is so kind to you, and so it was just delightful.
And also kind to me because my
Exactly.
rabbit was sick and had just died, and you actually tweeted at me about my bunny, but I don't use Twitter. So I just like
you
saw
use
the-
my account.
But somebody told you eventually. Yeah.
Someone
was like,
I'm sorry about
I-
your bunny's passing like 5 years
Yeah,
ago
yeah.
or 7.
I remember that night very well. We had a lovely conversation at
We did.
the bar in the Soho Theater, and yeah, that was a really great night. I feel like it might have been, was it the last night that I was there, something like that? I feel like it was towards the
possibly
end of the run.
towards the end.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe first before last. I would say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
it was
think so.
wonderful.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. But something really odd. Oh, something fell. Something that was also unexpected was that the next day I was staying not near the center of London with a friend of ours that also went, and we were walking down Oxford Street, which is far from where we were and very central in London to people who don't know. And I see you, like the first person I see. I mean, not the first person because there were other people, but Oxford Street is huge, and London is a city where people make appointments and don't meet up. So, so to see you not wearing your usual wear,
Right.
like attire,
Out of uniform,
out of uniform, and we were speaking about the last night's experience, and suddenly there you were. Hello, here I am. And we were like, we are not following you.
I still don't believe that.
Amazing and weird. That's what I'm here. That's why I'm mentioning this. Like, we were not following you. Okay.
I mean, okay.
That's
If you
what
want to stick to
people
that story.
follow.
Yes.
Say.
Yes, I will stick to that even if the police arrive. Yes. We're trying to get the fanboying out of the way first. So we have very few figurines in our household, but I have a tiny predator.
Aww.
Funko. It's one.
So cute.
I think it's adorable.
It's pretty cute.
It is adorable. I don't really like Funko Pop so much, but I do love this because Nônô gave this to me.
Funko Pops and
I
stuff.
gave this to Nônô, which is a
Castlevania monster.
monster.
That's
Which,
cute.
Yes.
Who I named Senhor Armindo.
Yes, which
is like
means nothing to you, but it's like in Portuguese it's like a quaint
old
name.
Man name.
Not
like a really like small like old man kind of name.
And there's
Senhor Armindo, Mr. Armindo.
a Sharknado bobblehead, which
That's good.
which is good, which is which was given to me by Rodrigo, who we also met that night, the beard guy, the beardy guy,
The beardy guy.
the beardy guy.
beardy
Yes,
guy.
and there's
Mankind.
a wrestler, Mick Foley.
Oh,
And last but not least, this figurine that I bought because it looks like Paul.
is it Tesla?
It's no, but
Who
it
is
could
that?
be. It's a Portuguese doctor from the 19th century called Dr. Sousa Martins, who has a big book. I'm not sure if you have a big book, and I'm sure you have a big book. But
I have several big books.
Several
around
big
here.
books around there.
Yeah.
But a
They're
trench
too
coat.
big to bring on camera.
Yes. Usually you would carry with you.
Of course.
Them with you. Of
I'm
course.
in one right now.
the huge book, really, but a trench coat. So in real life, this person, Dr. Sousa Martins, does not look like you, but the figurine kind of reminded me, and it's a religious figure in Portugal, which is weird, which is a country that is 80% Catholic, and it's odd because of many reasons, but he cured tuberculosis people with tuberculosis back in the 19th century. So people pray to him.
Oh.
So praying to a doctor, I'm not sure if that's a very frequent thing, but that's how Catholic Portugal is, I guess.
Probably more effective than praying to whoever.
Definitely more effective than someone who doesn't know medicine.
I mean,
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
I wish he were alive today because he might be able to help.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We should listen.
Maybe-
Absolutely.
Let's pray together.
Let's pray together to the doctor.
maybe he'll help us from heaven.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure he will with his big book and trench coat. Do you have a trench coat?
I do have a trench coat. I have to say, I would wear that outfit that figurine is wearing. For
We're
sure.
waiting. Right now.
My trench coat is too big to bring on
Not
camera.
in this weather. Not in this weather.
Exactly.
Doing a share outfit change like mid show.
Exactly.
So you guys have been as I said to Paul back in London, in our earbuds for most of the week, I would say, and since the lockdown started, and we're kind of ahead of you in terms of unlocking down. So the situation is much better than it is
Over there.
there.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we still
Unfortunately.
for the news aren't so good.
No.
No, still, but we for most of this period we have been listening to Stay F Homekins, and it's
Thank
delightful
you.
to hear you guys in
Thank
your
you.
rapport and your. We were going to have weekend water, even though it's Tuesday. For people,
Yes.
yes.
You can just call it evening water.
Evening water for us.
Yeah.
For us, it's evening, and
'Cause
for
then it
you guys,
goes-
it's around noon.
It's morning. Yeah.
It's morning, and but we thought that drinking without you would be rude, so we didn't.
Thank you.
Very considerate. Thank
we
you.
we condone. We condone.
We condone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what
Definitely
are your
drink.
favorite drinks are for Tito's vodka for Janie, I would say. Yes.
I like the Tito's. Yes.
The Tito's.
Tito's, yes.
Tito's. And for Paul would be red wine.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
That's
our
my
little
guess.
little routine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your drink?
I'm going with craft beer at the moment, like
Okay.
stouts, imperial stouts, and
Oh, nice.
sours. Yes.
Very nice.
Oh, I like sour beer.
Yeah.
Sour
yeah,
beer
yeah.
is
We're
really
fans.
good.
Yeah.
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 We were going to drink a Russian sour made with guava. We have it over there in the fridge, and the popcorn flavored imperial stout.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Which is kind of salty. And,
I would try that.
yeah.
That
I would
sounds
try
good.
that for sure, yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
likes popcorn a lot.
I do like popcorn a lot.
You could drink that beer with the popcorn. It would
Too
be a
much
double
popcorn.
whammy.
Too much popcorn.
Popcorn with a popcorn. Yes.
Yeah.
Living inside a popcorn.
My drink would definitely be a caipirinha,
Caipirinha.
but
yeah.
without the
Ooh,
sugar.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Caip-
that?
Oh, no sugar. It's
No sugar
sugar.
caipirinha. It's a
Like,
Brazilian one. The Brazilian mojito,
It's
more or less.
sort of like
Oh.
a mojito, but like crushed ice and limes, and then cachaça, which is a Brazilian like hard liquor,
Uh-huh.
and just crushed together with sugar. And I just like hold the sugar. Just give me the booze.
That sounds really good.
Give me the booze.
Give me that booze.
Give me that booze. Give me that
It's
booze.
not-
Give me that booze.
It sounds refreshing. It sounds refreshing.
It does sound refreshing,
It
yeah.
It
for
is
like a
refreshing.
summer,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
warm weather. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely. And so one thing I want to ask our future guests is that if you've ordered anything during this pandemic, like ordered anything online, because I've only ordered craft beer. That's the segue. Yeah.
Well, we have, there's been a lot of ordering that's happened because we are. Is that happening here? Can you hear that?
I think it's over there.
I heard it.
I think you have
Is
a
it-
snake in your room.
Let me see.
No, it's
It's a scorpion. It's a
Paul.
hissing scorpion.
Paul, it's the yard work.
Oh,
going to close my door.
Oh, his door was open.
Janie, have you ordered anything?
Yes, I've ordered so many strange things. But the newest thing that I've ordered that I hope is useful, but I can't really speak to the science, were air purifiers. I
Oh.
got two air purifiers to run because there was ash, like those fires, There was
Yeah.
ash all over our furniture, and I was like, maybe this will
What?
help.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys get affected as much as that by the fires?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we have the windows open, like we have screens on our windows, but if we have them open,
Wow.
the ash gets in. Like it's very dusty here. The air quality in
it's-
Los Angeles is
It's
terrible.
never been great, really.
So
but
yeah, it's like you're always battling it all the time, and even on days where it doesn't feel bad, you will see the dust gets in the house, and it's It's
But
like,
oh wait, I did order
Yikes.
something that I swear by.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
this
please.
might be like a game changer. So
I'm sure it is.
our cars were sitting in the driveway because we were doing all this working from home and we couldn't go anywhere. And so the tires would get low. And I ordered on Amazon this contraption that you plug into your cigarette lighter, and it like you punch in the number of what your tire pressure is, and you hit start, and it just automatically fills it exactly to the pressure of what your tire is. It was a $30 American
Wow.
dollar purchase on Amazon, and I can't believe I have lived without it for this long.
How
Yeah.
often do you have to check your tire pressure?
Well, a lot.
Which is not a
because
question that I thought I would.
This was coming up.
weirdly a lot, because another thing about
I wrote that down, believe it or not.
that's the question you're going to ask all of your guests.
Yes.
How often do you have to check your tire
It's
pressure?
a thing now. It's a whole segment now. Yes.
We have really bad roads in LA.
yeah.
Oh,
And-
really? Oh,
yeah.
I thought roads would
Why
be-
do we live here now? That
I don't know.
Now that we're listing all these reasons, what are we
Literally-
doing?
I feel like I'm
Fire
describing
from hell, ash,
Yeah,
toxic ash.
exactly.
I feel like I'm describing a hellscape. But there are good qualities of it, but yeah. So, yeah. All right, Paul, what was your...
What about you, Paul? There was a
Well,
lapel pen, wasn't there? I heard the last episode.
Yes, I did order a lapel pin from Etsy that came with a religious tract
Yes.
warning me of the dangers of hell.
Yes.
The most
For some
practical.
reason.
They saw Los Angeles on that address, and they started stuffing.
yes.
Yeah.
They were
Well,
like-
this must be a sinner. I better help him out. I've ordered a lot of sound equipment to build my little home studio. The
Me
most
too.
practical, right?
In terms of
It-
setting up, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The most practical thing I ordered was we got a table for our little backyard so we can have physically distant visits with our friends. The most impractical.
Thank you for saying physically distant.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
that's
right?
the thing for me. It's not social,
That
it's
is,
physical,
it's
you
not.
Yes,
dumbasses.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
totally
They screwed that up at the beginning.
agree
Yeah.
with you more. I've
Yeah.
heard several epidemiologists take issue with socially versus physically, and now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very conscientious about saying physical versus
Yes, exactly.
I always say physical.
social.
Yes.
Yes.
As well. And not because anyone told me. I just figured it out myself, I guess. But yeah.
Well, someone had to
so
tell me.
points for me.
Yeah, you didn't get yelled at. You
You're
arrived
ahead
at
of
it on
the-
your own.
Yes,
You're
I
ahead
did
of
it
the
on my-
curve.
Yes. But
Yeah.
please carry on, please.
The most impractical thing I ordered was a life-size replica of a Galapagos tortoise.
Hey,
I'm looking at it.
I have a doctor figurine.
Right.
I'm looking at it right now. I feel like I could tilt the computer just to show you, but I don't know if it'll work.
I love it very much. I'm a big fan of turtles and tortoises. There he is.
Is that the Turtle Time thing reference?
No, that was
That was another thing.
Turtle Time was a thing that I found. I was looking for stuff. I was looking for some turtle related items online, and found this wine glass that said Turtle Time on it. I didn't understand it, and I posted about it on Twitter. Come to find out, that's some reference to one of the Real Housewives shows, and I had no idea. But then I felt like I had to follow through and buy the glass, and so I did. It's a decent sized glass. And it says
fairly
Turtle
big.
Time. I like to interpret Turtle Time myself and give it its own meaning. And it's just a time when I'm relaxing and thinking about turtles.
Yes.
Do you know?
Which
do you know
one does?
that
Yeah.
You probably know this if you're a turtle enthusiast. And
I'm excited now.
I think it's
Setting this up.
A turtle from the Galapagos. I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me on this, and there will be a bubble.
There
saying
could be
if
a bubble.
I'm correct or not.
A financial bubble.
That
A housing bubble. A big chunky bubble. Aha.
a turtle that was being brought from the islands to England, but none of the specimens made through because they kept eating them, because
What?
it was apparently the most delicious piece of meat that anyone had ever eaten.
I'd forgotten about this. I remember this story.
And so
Yeah.
they had a few runs of trying to get the turtle over, and the turtle just went extinct in like 2 years because it
Wait.
was so
My-
delicious.
How
I've
did they-
never heard that.
How did they discover that element of it in the first place is what I would like to know.
I mean, if you're like at the time, I'm gonna guess it was like
2007, maybe?
2007.
I just threw it.
No.
When they discovered the Galapagos.
Oh,
This
the
is-
Galapagos.
yes, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Galapagos. I don't
2007.
know. I don't remember. 17 something.
17 something.
Yeah.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
was like a long.
I guess
Yeah,
they had
back
to
then
eat
it was-
stuff.
Yes, it
And
was
they
just England
tried-
back then was
They
just like
tested things by eating.
colonize
them.
this, eat that, like anything they
Eat the
came
locals.
across. Yeah, this is
They-
ours now.
Yes.
They-
Num, num, num.
Yeah, they couldn't like run to the grocery store and stock up the
Yeah.
shit.
Thank you for the adorable story, by the way.
I never heard
adorable.
that before.
Adorable,
That's
the
so
story.
it's so terrible. My God.
It's adorable. Adorable. Not terrible. Adorable. According to Nônô. No, it's just kidding. It's just kidding.
It's tragic. It's
I'm gonna
truly
find
It's
it. Yeah, I'm
tragic,
gonna
yeah.
look that
Truly
up.
tragic. Truly,
Now we
truly
will
tragic.
Wow.
never know how delicious they were.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, if only.
We
That's
could
the
be
tragedy.
we could be breeding them, right now
Yeah.
for dinner.
Better than breeding kangaroos to eat them.
Do people eat kangaroo?
They
People
do.
eat kangaroos, and
know,
they're
I was in-
dangerous.
I saw it on the menu in one of the times I was in Australia, and I thought about ordering it, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
A little weird. A little weird.
I
It
I
is a
wouldn't
little
either.
weird.
It's
Yeah.
too-
They're
it's
just
too
like
much.
kind of.
Though.
They look
I'm
like
not
beef.
You've
vegan
eaten it?
or whatever.
I've eaten it, and I've
oh, you have?
eaten horse and alligator. And even though I was a vegan for a decade, before I was
Wow.
a vegan, I actually tried a bunch of different foods, and I didn't discriminate what food I would eat.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't eat a dog, but
Right.
But I wouldn't eat dog, but
No, if I truly didn't discriminate against the meat that I ate,
Listen,
I would eat
Yeah.
a dog.
Yes.
Nônô was a vegan for like 15 years, so true
That's
vegan.
intense.
So, yeah.
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 And
I've eaten alligator. I liked it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
you
I
had
did-
alligator.
Alligator's good.
Yeah. I've had
kangaroo and
Puffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
puffin.
Yeah, it's not good. It wasn't worth it.
We were.
Puffin.
They-
No, it tastes like cardboard.
They serve it. We were in Iceland and they serve it there. And apparently they also serve whale. And people say don't go to restaurants that serve whale because they're
Yeah.
trying to preserve the
Oh,
whales.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
like
think
shark
for,
meat and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
actually
yeah.
yeah.
ate something really weird the other night. We went to a restaurant and we ate Manta Ray livers.
Oh,
No way.
What?
Yes.
Manta
Yes,
Ray
we did.
livers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, like we eat manta rays in Portugal.
In Portugal, yeah.
Okay.
And sharks.
It's so specific.
And because
But
so,
manta ray livers, yeah, it was the most
Wow.
amazing thing I think I've eaten all
And it was
year.
good. It was good.
it
You
was
liked it.
So
very
Wow.
good. So it was served on toast. So it's like a foie
Like a
gras.
pâté.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like a pâté, and it tastes of like oyster.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
if you
but-
like
What-
oysters, you will like manta ray liver.
But like that's so weird. We went to Hawaii with some friends, and some of us, Paul didn't go, but we did this thing where we swam with manta rays, and it's weird
Yeah.
because they look like they're smiling at you.
And they
They're
are.
adorable.
They're
I
like,
think they are.
They're truly
Any animal
adorable.
that you think that is smiling is like
Well,
cockatiels,
not chimps.
not chimps.
That's trouble.
Okay, apart from chimps. Yeah, I haven't tested this theory very well.
I wouldn't eat a shark.
You would never eat a shark.
I would
I
never
don't
eat
think
No,
I
it's
would either.
completely
Although it would be like, I don't know. I think about it because if we're in the same place together, probably the shark would be able to eat me no problem.
Right.
And
So,
I
why
feel
not
like
just eat it back?
This would be leveling the playing field a little bit.
but is it hubris? It's
getting
like
ba-
it's
get-
like
getting
Just
back
getting
at
a
you,
little
sharks.
nibble.
Exactly.
yeah.
But honey,
So-
you're right. It could be hubris. It could be the thing that makes the shark eat me.
Yeah, they're like this dude.
But wait, so you're saying manta ray is a common thing that you'll find?
Yeah,
to
it's a
eat?
delicacy.
Yeah.
Well, not
There's
extremely
Really?
common,
Different
but
sizes of them.
it's common enough.
But
I would
it's
say.
Right.
common.
It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
every place has it, but it's common
And
enough.
what does it
it's-
taste like?
It tastes
Yeah,
of
is it like a
fish and
fish?
very light fish, and I would say very light, not
It
not
has
very
a lot
fatty.
Of fat in it.
It has a lot of
It
it has a lot of
fat in
cartilage and fat,
Yeah.
Ugh.
but then it's
Okay.
it's very sliceable. So
Yeah, it's hard to
it's hard to describe. But
It's like a mix between an eel and a regular fish.
Yeah, and eel. I don't know if you had eel. Eel is
No.
not disgusting at
I
all,
have.
which is weird.
I don't like eel.
You
When
don't
did
like
you have
eel?
eel?
It's very meaty. It's not.
And I don't
fat,
eat
very
octopus.
Disgust. Oh,
I don't
we do
eat
that a
it.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
had,
wait,
like,
you'll
heard
have
they're like really
calamari.
smart. They're like really smart, huh?
Janie, you'll have calamari, right?
But calamari
Yeah.
is squid.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a squid.
Yeah.
I mean, is a
Octopus
squid
is-
dumber than an octopus? Come on.
And
An
there's-
octopus
Yeah,
is
dumb
way
squid.
smart.
There's
I think an
so much
octopus is
squid in
way
the ocean.
smarter. Yeah.
Sorry?
Octopi are too smart.
Yeah, they're
Octopi are
way
too
smarter
smart.
than squid.
We have to
They're
watch
taking
out
over.
for them.
Yes.
They
no,
might
squid
be.
are taking
They
over.
Squid are taking over. Actually, it's true.
Are there that
taking
many
over.
Again,
squid?
again, very very scientific facts on this show.
Yeah.
but
I just know a lot about sharks.
yeah,
And
sharks and
when sharks are
waters.
at the top of the food chain, then squid take over and big squid take over to have some of the smaller fish.
Mm-hmm.
And so the oceans are like overrun with the jellyfish and squid
squid.
and everything.
Oh, dear.
So you're
Yes.
doing the ocean a
Jellyfish.
service
by eating
by
squid.
eating squid.
Yeah, because there's way
well-
too much squid.
Yeah,
like
way
That's
Japan
why-
is
Doing
full
the
of
ocean
squid.
a service.
It's like,
Yes,
give me
yes,
some fried calamari so I can help out humanity.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Just
like they eat
serve
rabbit
me up the
over in Australia because there's too many.
That and jellyfish. If
That
you
and
can
jellyfish,
eat
yeah,
jellyfish. then
Jellyfish
go
are
ahead.
if you're
Wait, but I know where there's a lot of crosstalk. Do people eat jellyfish?
I don't.
I've eaten jellyfish, and it's
What? How do
fairly
you
deli-
even?
oh yeah, I forgot. There's
So-
a jellyfish
so-
salad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
it's
this-
amazing.
This Chinese restaurant that we go to
Yeah.
that serve jellyfish salad, and I accidentally ordered it on the menu once, and then was like, I'm not
It's
chickening
good.
out. I'm gonna have this.
It's fantastic.
And
And it was good.
Fantastic.
Really?
Part of it is the seasoning, obviously, but
Yeah.
they dry it out, and then they pickle it, and
Oh.
so it's
Wow.
kind of like
Interesting.
chewy.
Chewy and pickly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect
Yeah.
You would expect it to be like gelatinous.
But it's
Yeah, that's
crunchy.
what I would
It's
think.
crunchy and fresh. So if you like fresh flavors, it's and very clean flavors. Jellyfish salad.
Now you're making me kind of like want to try it.
Yeah.
And I did not think I would want to try that.
I didn't either. It's very inoffensive, I would say.
For what it's worth, I still don't want to try it.
You'll stick with the puffin.
Yeah, he's gonna eat that puffin and
I'm
alligator.
a puffin guy. But while we're on animals, there's a story in Stay of Tompkins in which, or a narrative, I would say, of the doggy meeting. And when you were discussing between you guys, which dog breed would you have if you were to choose one? And I immediately thought, something practical and not drooly and not smelly like a Saint Bernard. And then Paul said Saint Bernard, which was
He
a
loves
surprise.
Saint Bernard. Mhm.
Yes. Are you sticking with Saint Bernard for LA?
I mean, that's a real, like, if the sky's the limit, St. Bernard, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But practically, no.
That would
I mean,
be a
that
bad
would be
choice.
crazy. Our place is so small.
We live in a small place, and also just the shedding and the I don't know about that. We would probably need a different. Now, as far as big dogs, I actually did hear that Great Danes are decent dogs to have in a small house because they cannot be very active because their hearts are too small.
Yeah,
Because
For their
the
body.
high metabolism, right? Or low metabolism.
Something
low.
like
Yeah.
low. And
Low.
so they're very like mellow, very large but mellow type
I think
dogs
they're the
that
sweetest
do-
dogs of all time.
They're very sweet, and
so-
but
I
they're
think
so
they're so
big.
sweet,
It's
yeah.
so wild how huge they are because you would think those big dogs would need to be run like a golden retriever or something, but not. I don't think that's true
It's
about
a
that breed.
horse.
It's so big.
Newfoundlands
But they-
are actually another breed that does well, big breed that does well
Yes.
inside because they're such couch potatoes. You just have to
Yes.
like exercise outside the house.
Yeah.
but,
Possibly
like,
just potatoes.
Yeah,
real life
just
potatoes.
Real life
Yeah, yeah.
potatoes. Yeah.
When I was growing up, our neighbors next door had a Newfoundland his name was Orpheus. He was a big black Newfoundland.
That's a
He
good
was a
name for
gorgeous
a-
dog, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
he
is.
he slobbered like
He did.
crazy. There was
Ew.
so
They
much
do.
drool. Yeah.
And
They
a friend
love
of
it.
mine-
They love to
Great
drool.
A colleague of mine from back in school had a Saint Bernard, and but she had a farm and lived an hour away from Lisbon. So one of those people that needs to drive an hour an hour to and from every day, but had a huge farm with like vineyards and stuff like that. And I think the Saint Bernard had the shed was not the shed, the doggy shed. How do you call it? Where he lived was a pen. Was like this jaula cell, this huge metal cell, as big as our living room, I think. So, and it smelled from very far away.
Yeah.
But
sure.
delightful dog though, but huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, very huge
Very
and very
big.
smelly and very drooly.
Yeah.
Yes, true. And here's one thing that might become a segment, because you guys were speaking on your show about regionalisms and how much you like regionalisms. So I figured that I should present you some Portuguese expressions, which translate poorly into English. So
Also one of my favorite things
good,
is
fantastic.
direct translations that
Exactly.
don't make sense directly. Yes.
Exactly. So here's one. This is one of my personal favorites. É preciso ter lata, which means literally translates to you need to have a can. So, and it means, oh, the nerve. It means, oh, the nerve. So, for instance, é preciso ter lata. You would say, you need to have a can.
like a can of beer, maybe, or something.
I have no idea.
You need to have a can.
You need to have a can, like in this cadence.
Like you need to, like that is some nerve. You need to have a can.
You need to have a can. I don't
Like
know.
that?
Maybe that's it.
Is it equivalent to don't have a cow, man?
Don't have a cow.
Don't have a can, man. That
You
can.
need to have a can.
You need to have a can.
You can that attitude.
You need to have a can of alcohol right now. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Here's another one. Vai dar a volta. Vai dar a volta ao bilhar grande, which means go around the. Which means that doesn't mean. Translates to go round. You go around the big billiards, which means get lost.
What?
What?
You go around the big billiards.
You go around the big billiards.
I have no
billiards.
That must have like originated in a pool hall where or like
Which we have,
gambling.
but
Go around the big billiards. Wow.
Not necessarily billiards, the game, but pool. Like the holes,
Like-
the one with holes, and not the unhooked.
Yeah.
one.
Right.
With the table and the
Yeah,
balls.
yeah.
and
So I
the-
know where this billiards obsession comes from, but yeah, fixation, not obsession. And,
That is so funny.
and there's another one. So, são muitos anos a virar frangos, which means it's a lot of, which translates to it's a lot of years turning chickens, which in practice is like, so it means that you have a lot of practice in something, in whichever situation you're doing. So
Okay.
it's like, for instance,
But like it's in a cheeky way.
it's in a cheeky way. So it's like, oh, you're very good at that. It's many years turning chickens.
Yeah,
On the
I
grill.
see that. That one I get because it's like
That one I get. No, that one makes sense.
no, because it's like I've done this a million times. Of course, I'm good at it.
Is
or
it something
like
you
that.
would ever
Like-
say of yourself?
Yes,
Like-
yes, always.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, always. Okay.
Always.
All
yes,
right.
yes. This
So
one
if
is
somebody's-
always personal.
No.
personal.
So, yeah, if
it's
somebody-
other people saying to you.
No, it isn't. Like
Other people tell me that all the time.
Oh, I've only heard it personally. Like, I've been doing this for many years.
Oh,
like,
no.
I've been turning a lot of chickens.
So it's sort of like this
I've had a
ain't
lot
my
of
first
situations.
rodeo.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a last one. There's plenty, but I have a last one. These are the ones I thought I came up with. Tudo ao molho e fé em Deus, which means everyone in the pile and faith with God. Faith in God. I'm sorry. Everyone in the pile and faith in God. So it's kind of like whatever comes out of this situation, fingers crossed or something. So everyone in the pile.
So it's
Like
sort
we're
of
all in, like kind of like we're all in this together. We just gotta believe our way through it.
Just-
No, it's
just
almost
whatever,
that.
Whatever mess this is.
Whatever mess this is,
there's
like
something will come out of it.
Like we'll just full on blitz and whatever, fingers crossed. So
Oh,
everyone in the
okay.
pile in faith in God, and faith in God.
Wow.
This is translates like that.
I
But
see.
it's funny because
I
pile,
get
the
it.
same word for pile is sauce. So some people think it's everyone in the sauce and faith with God in God.
Okay.
So everyone in the sauce, but it's not. It's like
Everyone
it's
in
the
the
same word.
sauce right now.
everyone get in that sauce right now.
quite a battle cry. Quite a battle cry.
Everyone in the sauce.
Everyone in the sauce and faith in God.
That's pretty good. That works for me.
And scene.
Yeah.
So another thing coming from your podcast, so from Say of Tompkins, is that y'all, there's that girl's getting in some trouble at the
right.
Piggly Wiggly tonight, and I
That's
don't
right.
even know what a Piggly Wiggly is, and haven't really Googled it, but I know it's not. I know it's something that it's like a shop.
Yes, it's a supermarket.
It's a
Yes,
supermarket.
it's not. There's hardly any left now.
I think there's still some. It's a regional supermarket in
Yeah.
the southern part of
But a lot of them have closed
southeastern,
down, unfortunately. yeah.
southeastern part of America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been
Yeah.
using that expression because I knew that it wasn't supposed to be like a club or
Yeah.
something.
No, it's
so
just
we've
like
been
a
using that expression throughout summer. So,
It's a grocery
Oh,
store.
good.
Well,
Yes.
I'm glad.
what's funny, like where I grew up, because Piggly Wiggly was a big grocery store in the part of America where I grew up, but we would call it by a nickname, which was the pig.
Oh,
So we'd be like,
Very
"Oh,
fancy.
I'm gonna run to the pig and get a carton of milk," or "I'm gonna run to the pig and pick up."
I mean,
some
because who
eggs."
has time for Piggly Wiggly?
Nobody has time for Piggly Wiggly.
No,
But there was a
no time of
big
day.
there was
Yeah, I'm
a big push at the time because these other big chain supermarkets were coming through town and putting the Piggly Wigglies out of business, and so there was this big campaign
That sounds
to s-
amazing. though.
to save the Piggly Wiggly, and there was a bumper sticker that they manufactured that said, "I'm sticking with the pig. I'm sticking with the pig." And then I knew people who cut it up and they put on their car and it just said, "I'm sticking the pig."
That sounds more.
So that was like a big thing.
That sounds more in line with the pigs, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it does
sticking it
kind
to
of.
the pig.
I'm
Yeah.
sticking it to the pig.
Yeah.
I'm sticking the pig. That
Yes.
would actually work well in the Black Lives
Yeah,
Matter
exactly.
demonstrations.
We're all on
Like,
the same side.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Do you think that I'm sticking? It's
Let's
about a
stick those
grocery.
pigs.
It's about a grocery store, and also it would be taken out of context. So I
Yeah.
guess that would be bad.
For sure. And you guys. So this is the first. This isn't the first one that we've adopted or co-opted or something. Not co-opted. Adopted. So like for instance, we've often used. I love technicality down, boo over. I often say technicality down, boo over. I often say clumsy portmanteau. As well.
Uh-huh.
That's one that stuck. Do you guys
Absolutely.
ever find yourselves thinking of those things, or my wife? I can never listen to or read my wife without
ever.
listening
Right.
to,
Yeah.
or it's been So
Right.
I guess that's a lot of Scott's fault, but
Oh,
Scott
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
It's all his
Scott's
fault.
It's all his fault. But
It's
do
all
you
his
guys find yourselves in that situation as well, like in daily life, like thinking of.
I
those
think I
expressions?
do. I get like non-musical earworms from time to time, where it's just like a moment from a movie or a TV show or something, like just one little line that will just pop into my head a lot. Trying to think, there was one the other day that I noted. I talked about it. I posted about it on Twitter. Eddie Murphy. I think when I hear the word ridiculous, I automatically think of Eddie Murphy from, I think it was the Delirious album, in a bit about his uncle, his drunk uncle. And at one point he says, "It's fucking ridiculous, Gus." And that,
that one.
I think every time I hear the word ridiculous, I think of that.
Ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous, Gus.
I know I've heard that. I think
And now
A lot of us have.
with us.
now it's stuck with us.
It's fucking ridiculous, Gus.
It's going to happen. Thank you, Paul.
You asked me.
I did.
You
I know.
literally
I know.
asked me.
Yes, I know. No, but the mine are all musical. I think. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are all. My head is a
trash can for
trash
songs.
can for songs. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And from your Chiquitita to pop music, like everyone's talking about pop music. That's not true. Shut up. That's not true. No one's talking about pop music in Paris or London or Munich or whatever.
And you have a thing about songs that say, like, play my song on the radio.
Oh,
or
I hate
something.
that.
Every song that says play my song on the radio, you automatically detest.
And this reminds me of that. I don't watch a lot. I don't really try to hate on many things, so I don't remember. But in the past few days, I've been focusing on remembering what I hated.
Don't let go of it.
Yes,
you have to hold
no.
on to it.
It's
Hold
very
on to your
he-
hates.
It's very healthy. I advise everyone should do the same, especially right now.
Yeah, we need to focus on our hatreds. Absolutely.
Yes. Not enough of hatred in the world, for sure. But especially right now. But so focusing on the things I tried not to block them out. I think so. I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. Never mind. Okay, so moving on. There's still plenty. So Comedy Bang Bang. You guys were both on a TV show. Janie as a stagehand. Janie the stagehand was called Janie. The
I have a.
stagehand? on Comedy Bang Bang, the show.
Oh yes,
The TV show. Yeah,
Yes.
Paul as Andrew Lloyd Webber and Werner
That's
Herzog, and that
My
song,
favorite.
and
My favorite
which is
Werner
Nônô's favorite.
Herzog.
I think
Is the Werner Herzog?
Yeah, Werner Herzog.
And
It was
I-
just his birthday. It was just
I
his
as-
birthday the other day.
Oh, was it?
I
Oh,
assume
happy
that
birthday,
you-
Werner Herzog.
Birthday, I guess.
Happy
if you celebrate it.
Vern Day.
There's a wonderful
Clemmy Portmanteau, there
interview
we go.
with Werner Herzog where the interviewer plays Paul's impersonation of.
We've just heard that.
We just heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It's very
Yeah,
funny.
it's
so wild to
amazing.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, I should ask you how you feel about that. So you just said. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm thrilled, of course. I have not been able to bring myself to listen to that clip. Many people have shared it with me.
Okay.
It's too, I don't know. I get
He says
nervous.
positive things.
He does it, yes,
he
everyone
does
says
not-
it.
It's
I've seen a
doesn't,
transcript of
positive.
it, but I still feel weird about listening to it.
What
don't know.
I find that was weird about that clip is your impersonation is very good, like very close
Well,
to his voice, and they're playing
No,
it
it's
next
so
to his
spot
voice,
on.
and it's very weird.
According to
hear it
him, the
together.
accent needs work, but
Yeah, but he's being.
But I'll
cheeky.
take it.
He's
I'll take
being
that note,
cheeky.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's just being cheeky. I think
He's just
yeah.
being cheeky. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's. I just showed that to. I already knew the clip. I just showed that to Nônô like a couple of nights ago, and Nônô was like,
Is it
It's
Paul?
the same
Yeah.
voice.
seamless.
Yeah.
come on.
No,
It is.
You guys
No,
are being
it's-
you're being very
It's
kind.
actually very
No, it is.
interesting to hear it. Yeah,
It is.
very
It is.
good.
It is.
Yeah.
One day, Paul, you'll treat yourself to your when you're not busy doing
One
more
day.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So.
On
but,
my deathbed. Play
Right
that
before you have
MP3.
your life
Yeah, exactly.
flashes before you, and
it's,
you
it's
get
time. Yeah,
and
I'll
you
turn
get
to
the meaning
Jamie.
of life. You'll hear Werner Herzog
That's
saying,
right.
"That's very good." Yes,
That's right.
but so would you, if I were to choose a character of yours from CBB, I would go with J.W. Stillwater. I think is my favorite. I love all of them. It's like impossible. But
Thank you.
and
I also love Mayor Junius.
Junius Baldwin.
Oh, I
yes.
forgot about that guy.
I love him.
Would you if you had to pick one to live if you were a character, if you had to live as one, just
Wow.
Have
what
to
a
live.
Weird concept.
like
live out
live-
the rest of your life as one.
this is not a questionnaire
Wow.
like this. The I prepare questions, but this show it really tries not to be a question like a question and answer. So as I don't know if you've noticed, but but I do prepare stuff, and so this is just one that Nônô came up with it, and I thought that's really good. I want to know. I want to know.
I honestly think it would be Cal Solomon because he is a guy who he's very self-aware, but he's also upbeat and aspirational. So he knows that he's not good at rapping, but he thinks he could get good at it. But he takes everything in stride. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm not great, but maybe I could be great. And I think that's a pretty
That's a
decent
nice
space to
quality.
live in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He never gives up.
Janie, we just watched again the casting thing for Downton Abbey that audition reel thing that you have two of them.
So do you know the origin of that? Is that
I don't, but I think it's funny on its own.
Oh, well, thank you. So basically, when Downton Abbey became such a huge phenomenon in America, they were introduced to our American audiences by the actress Laura Linney. And Laura Linney stood in front of a red background and would, prepare the audience for what they were about to see on Downton Abbey. And so my idea came out of that I was the original introducer of Downton Abbey, but Laura Linney I was so unself-aware and terrible at it, they fired me. Oh, Paul went away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Paul is now an entity. Oh,
Paul's like,
Mario.
he had to go have his weekend water
Oh.
and that.
Aha.
Yeah, so that was the idea behind those little videos.
We should do more of those. We
But
were
they-
looking like the most stuff that we could, like in this space of time since you guys confirmed you were doing this. So, but like I wanted more Janie Haddad Tompkins on YouTube.
Oh, well, thank you. I
It's,
kind of
lacking.
abandoned that.
You should do more
Yeah.
things.
I should.
I mean, now's the time to figure some stuff out.
And that's not a bad idea. I should come up with some more stuff.
And about other stuff that you've done. I mean, you guys have been on like our favorite things, like I don't know, Comedy Bang Bang and Bajillion Dollar Properties that we love. We love.
Oh, yeah.
We only
Very
recently
good.
were able to catch up because we only saw the first 2 seasons because we don't have. Couldn't have CISO. We can't have the platforms it was on. Even on Amazon Prime, it was like blocked outside of the US, so we couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even Pluto TV, it's not available on is not available on our Apple TV things. So so we had to very legally download it. But we'll pay cool up one day. But I can't even get.
Just mail her some money.
She will just be happy that you watched it.
Yeah, I think she
Well-
has a Venmo in case.
Sure,
Yeah, Venmo.
we'll do that. But even
Is Venmo even allowed in Portugal?
we can't use
can't
Venmo. We cannot.
What?
Yeah, Venmo is not available over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but even the Stitcher Premium we can't use. So like everything behind the paywall.
Really?
Is like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Wow.
We're not
I'm
the US
sorry.
or the Canada, so it's not.
Portugal, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're missing out on Stitcher Premiums.
We gotta work it out.
But even even our favorite podcasts like Spontaneous Nation and Super Ego and Dead Authors. We love Dead Authors. We
Dead
really
Authors
miss it.
is
Thank
my
you.
absolute
Thank you.
favorite podcast.
Nônô's
you.
favorite of all time.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
I once when we started when I started the Made of Things audio thing on the first 3 months we were like top 5 in iTunes Portugal. So I was interviewed. I'll send you the link afterwards. But I was interviewed for a top newspaper over here, along with other people. Rodrigo that you met as well on his show, with his show. So like 4 podcasts were mentioned, and they asked me which podcasts I listened to. So I said Comedy Bang. If I could pick just 4: Comedy Bang Bang, Spontaneous Nation, Super Ego, and WTF. And I forgot about Dead Authors, but I was still in the process of finishing.
Yeah, I was telling you, like, listen to that Authors.
Yeah, because I know finished it before I did, but I already was listening to it.
I binged.
Yeah,
the
just
whole
like
thing.
a favorite thing. But Janie, would you have liked to play something on there?
Oh,
Like a particular author or something?
if I had been, I haven't. Gosh, they have to be dead. So,
They do. Do
um,
you want a minute to think about this?
yeah, I guess
Okay,
I have to go
so-
through lists of dead authors.
How pleasant.
Which
Oh, wait, I
authors
know
are
who
dead?
I know exactly who I would be.
There you go.
I
Oh, you
would
already
be
know.
Pat Conroy. He was a novelist from South Carolina.
He
and
did
I
pass
met
away. That's
in
right.
2016
That's
of
right.
pancreatic cancer, and
Oh,
it was very sudden, and like it was like within months. And anyway, I met him once, and so I just love him. So I would be.
So you picked up all the nuances immediately.
yeah, yeah.
Well, luckily, accuracy was not a prerequisite for
Yes.
impersonating an author on that show.
Right.
Hello, Plato.
Yeah. How about it? Yeah.
Would you like to have played the other side, Paul, as a guest?
I did once.
I
did.
remember.
There was one episode where Matt Gorley of Super Ego guest hosted as Carl Sagan, and I played Mark Twain.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that. Sorry.
And no, not at all. But it was a great experience because for my side as the host, it was pretty easy. I had to keep it moving along, but I had notes and I asked the questions and all that. And the other person, the guest, has to improvise in character, and you could know everything about an author or nothing about an author, but you had to improvise and also be funny, you know. And I really wanted to see what that was like, and it was a real challenge, and I'm glad that I did it because it gave me an even deeper appreciation for the people that would come on the show. It was a great experience.
Yeah, it made me discover Gorley and Carter, like doing Brothers Grimm. I thought was insane because these guys improvise as quicker than they speak almost.
Yeah.
For sure.
At the pace of speaking, they seem like they're like the reading lines sometimes. Like Carl Sagan is beyond anything.
Yeah.
Like,
But
or I think Nônô's favorite. I know this.
Walt Whitman.
Like James Adomian.
Oh, James Adomian. Oh, wow, that was special.
Scary.
That was scary.
That was a
Scary
special
good.
I was
one.
listening to it,
Yeah.
like sort of falling asleep and just like went up my chair, just like, this is not real. He's reading. He has to be reading.
It
allowed me
was
to discover
incredible to
this.
witness. Yeah, it was incredible to witness. Like to be sitting there on that stage with him while he was doing it, and it was wild. Yeah.
And what about, for instance, Bajillion Dollar Properties? Is like that the most fun TV you can do?
It's my favorite job I've ever had. It was such a blast, and to have been able to do it with Janie as well, you know, I got to do it. I got to perform with all of my favorite people, you know, that are performers. It was really wonderful. It was such a special group of people, and such a we all got along. We all had fun, and you know, it was the way it was shot was fun because it was a fake reality show. And so it was shot like a reality show, which meant there was not a lot of downtime with setting up technical stuff. You know, it was very fly on the wall. So we spent most of the time working and having a good time. It was not like a lot of boredom waiting around. You know, it was a joy. It was an absolute joy. I miss it very much.
Amazing guys. Like for instance, and another thing we also miss is No You Shut Up, and that would be very helpful.
How did you guys see that?
Yeah, that's very obscure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
Like
the easiest one to watch.
Of all the things that are not that can't gain entry into Portugal, but somehow that show made it.
YouTube. YouTube.
And they're all still up, I think. Yeah. That show was such a weird fever dream of a show, and it's still not quite real to me sometimes when I think about it. It was such an odd thing.
Plus, it was on at the same time as Spontaneous Nation, so you have like Colleen and Victor and stuff like that. And they're amazing improvisers.
They really are.
They really are.
Yeah.
And but do you still have you substituted talking to puppets with anything else? Like, do you still speak to inanimate objects at all?
Yeah, I'll talk to anything that looks like it could have a face, like you
Potato.
know, like a potato.
Yeah.
Certain
A turtle.
door
turtle has a
knockers.
face.
Turtle.
A door.
Like a door knocker.
Yeah.
That
Door knocker.
if the screws are in the right place, it
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
it has eyes and a mouth. We've gone insane because of the quarantine. So we're
Janie,
we're
do
so
you see
desperate
faces
for
on
outside
things?
company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Janie, do you see faces on things? And which things do you see faces like?
I guess I see faces just sort of like in my mind. So,
Ooh,
like if I'm
That's a
having a
song.
conversation, faces in my mind.
I see faces in my mind.
Like I don't really need the inanimate objects. I could be alone in a room with nothing. I could
I
still.
do as well, but I
Nônô does.
hallucinate.
Yeah.
I literally
Oh, boy.
hallucinate. I'm narcoleptic. So
Oh,
when I'm
wow.
falling asleep, I hallucinate all sorts of things.
Oh wow, that must
Yeah.
be difficult to deal with.
What's your
Is it
favorite
hard to
thing that
deal
you've
with?
hallucinated?
I'm not
Two
your
questions.
favorite applies.
2 questions. Is it hard to deal with? And what's your favorite thing you've ever hallucinated?
Wait, what's the first one?
Is it hard to deal with?
Is it difficult to navigate just daily activities
I
and stuff
thought
with
that
it?
everyone hallucinated before sleep until
Uh-huh.
last year. and I'm 30, about to be 34. So it didn't bother me that much, but it became like super scary. Like I thought that there was a gargoyle that was living in my ceiling, and I have
Wow.
like tactile hallucinations as well. So like it felt like I was being scraped and grabbed
Oh,
a lot of the time. So like I had to sleep with a whole cover over my head, and so that was a thing. My favorite thing I hallucinated wasn't because of narcolepsy though.
Oh, it was because of a
I
maybe a little
hallucinated a moose that was
A moose.
a moose
A moose?
over a lake, and it was created on MS Paint. So like the circles weren't like really well
Right.
made; they were kind
Yeah.
of oval, and then the antlers were just drawn like this and like this, like sideways.
Right.
And it had a big smile, and I just turned around and said like, "Shh! If it doesn't see me, then it's not gonna get any closer," and just walked away.
I've never heard of that.
And what were the circumstances that led to this particular hallucination?
Very,
question.
very legal circumstances.
Illegal or legal? Illegal.
Legal.
Very legal.
Oh, legal.
very
Sure.
legal. As legal as you get.
Is
As legal as it gets.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You had a hallucination.
Yeah.
Nônô has hallucinations all the time. I only became aware of this like a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I started
didn't know.
asking.
Because don't you? Nônô said, "Don't you see something on the ceiling?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
And I'm like, the thing that's on the ceiling.
Yeah, like there's nothing there.
Wow.
And now
Yeah.
I take medication
Yeah.
for it. So like I stopped seeing stuff, and it's such a peaceful life.
I'll bet.
Oh, that's
I'll bet it
good.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without seeing elk. Like,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That was by choice.
Yes. You don't need You don't need that gargoyle.
I didn't need the gargoyle.
Gargoyles are outside things. They're not inside things.
Yeah.
Get out of here, gargoyles.
There's one hallucination that hasn't left me though, which is when I'm in bed and my hand is outside, like outside the covers. I feel a small hand squeezing mine, and that has never left.
No.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
that's the one
Yeah.
thing that's not a hallucination.
Is it always
it's the booty man.
is it
Maybe
always
that's the
scary
one.
or is it sometimes comforting?
It's not comforting. It's like me comforting the small little hand.
Oh,
Like it
that's
seems
work.
like it's scared or something.
Oh.
You didn't know this?
I didn't know that detail.
Yeah. It feels like it's scared and wants comfort, and sometimes I just like leave my hand like outside. Just,
Well, beats being pulled by to the grounds of hell, I guess.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like-
True. I mean, the gargoyle was friendly.
Friendly gargoyles.
It was
That's
almost
good.
cute,
The most
too.
common type of gargoyle.
You take what you can get. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like at least he's friendly. Could be worse.
Guys, one thing that I want to make a segment out of is also if you've what have you learned that's useful, like a hack during
Can
these
I
times.
start? Can I
Yes,
start?
like a Corona hack or a COVID hack. I think I'm gonna go with Corona hacks. Do you have any Corona hacks? Something you've learned to do?
Wow.
I'll start so you can have a
Please,
minute
yes.
to think about it. For me, it's actually date night with my boyfriend, which you also do, which is funny. And so, like, having one night a week in which we actually dress like people and have a little drink.
like people.
Yeah, like dress like we live in a society.
We live in a society.
And it's been very like refreshing and useful and like pulling us down to the ground, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I think that's a good one. Putting on full clothing every once in a while
yeah.
feels like as good as it feels to be uncomfortable clothes all the time, you know, like just sweatpants or whatever. putting on full clothing sometimes feels really humanizing and good. And we've had a couple occasions to do that for like a physically distant like birthday party or something like that. Or I went on a set for the first time since this started the other day. And it was very safe set, and all precautions were taken. But I had to wear a suit and tie, and it was nice. You know, it felt like good to something that I used to do all the time and haven't done in such a long time, and it felt really good. I did a show with Lauren Lapkus last night online, and ordinarily I would do like just from the waist up, clothes, and then pajamas down below. But I was like, I'm gonna put on a whole suit. And it really felt, especially because we can't be in front of audiences, it felt really good. It felt more real to me,
I know the half suit thing because I've worked in television as well,
Yeah.
so I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like news hosting and stuff like that. I'll skip the.
I remember seeing there was something that happened here. I forget what the event was, but there was some like important breaking news thing, and they showed, I guess they had guests on to talk about it, and the news anchor at one point, you saw he was wearing a coat and tie, but he's wearing like tennis shorts and sneakers, and it's like, oh yeah, they do this all the time. You never think about it, but of course these guys do this all the time. Yeah,
especially during summer. It's just studio lights
Sure.
are very hot, so you'll appreciate being in swimming trunks.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, how about you, Janie? Something you've started to do and learn? Like I'll answer on my end. I guess perfecting scrambled eggs omelet style or something. I think I make a Japanese style omelet now.
Yum.
Yeah,
That sounds delicious.
Very nice. Yeah.
It's very good.
I love that.
No salt, just butter.
I might be no. Yeah, butter's good. Is there salt in your butter? Do you guys?
Yes.
Okay. I'm for sweatpants forever. Like this, like what were we doing before? That's like it to me. Like it just like sharpened. Like what was this pretense prior to this? Like like this is leveling the playing field in my opinion. But well, one of the things that has happened is I've actually done a lot more video chatting with my family back east because I can't go visit them because it's not really, there's no protocols in place where I could quarantine before seeing them and stuff. But and so there's been sort of regular check-ins with my family over video.
Like more than you did before.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's the augmented. That's the stepping up of these times, right? So that's something you've changed, and because we never do that because we live very close to our parents, so we never distanced from them. So we still
they were part of
we
your
just stayed inside
pod.
really. We could visit them all the time. So it's because it's just very easy. But okay, so neighborhood listen. I need to mention this. Would you say is the neighborhood almost like a fifth character?
Yes, of course. Well, New York is always the fifth character. New York is always the fifth character. So I would say Dignity Falls, the neighborhood of Dignity Falls, like the sixth character.
Because New York's always there.
New York is always, no matter what it is, New York is the fifth character.
No matter what it is, in anything.
No matter what it is. Tropic of Cancer, New York is the fifth character. The Bible, New York is the fifth character.
I thought the Bible. I was thinking, should I mention the Bible? Yes, of course. New York City.
We
New York City's in it.
We must always mention the Bible.
One must always mention the Bible. Yes. And what about video games? Like you've finished Animal Crossing. Have you picked up anything afterwards? Because we just started
I picked up
Red Dead
Animal Crossing for
mobile. Yeah. And we just started finally because I've been busy trying to be productive. And I can't pick up like a game. So one thing that happened was that I thought I need to do things. I need to edit more stuff out and stuff like that and learn how to record music and stuff like that. So I'll pick up something that's free to play, and the AAA game at the same time. So I picked up Warframe, which is an MMO. So
I don't even know what an MMO is. What's
it's
an
a
MMO?
massive multiplayer online. So it's like the most complicated and convoluted thing you could
Right.
pick up. So it's like
Right,
World
right.
of Warcraft style. So everything is made to keep you there. So it was like the worst decision I could make because it
Right.
completely takes over my time if I let it.
Yeah.
So it's the worst choice possible. So
Animal Crossing
we started
is like soothing.
Yeah.
It's the
Yes.
complete opposite of.
Warframe you can play without switching your brain on even so if you want, but it's a bunch of lists. It's like 10 Excel spreadsheets at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Relaxing.
But it's fun.
But it's fun. It's fun spreadsheeting.
I'm still
Yes.
playing Animal Crossing. It's the only thing that I've really been able to get into video game wise since we've been in quarantine. And I think because it is so soothing and it's just pleasant. It's a very pleasant game. And I'm not playing as much as I used to. It's very much about maintenance kind of now. And I don't know, like I do it in the morning and I do it at night. And and that's kind of like it's like I don't know, it's like a weird chore that I have now.
It's like Warframe to me. I need to do it every day, otherwise the bonuses go away.
Yeah,
If the bonuses go away, why should I bother? If I don't bother, then why bother with anything?
Exactly. Another thing that's kind of preventing me is that I don't have a PlayStation yet. And all the big games that people have been enjoying are PlayStation games. And
Yeah,
so
true. I have
like the last few big games that have come out have all been PlayStation, so I haven't been able to dive into those. But probably when the new one comes out, I'll get that, and then then I'll be just like everybody else.
With a PlayStation, poor old me.
Yeah, I'm just like you guys.
Yeah. Not sweatpants forever, but PlayStation forever. Yeah.
Janie, what video games are you playing?
Exactly. I'm going to ask if you partake as well.
That's hilarious. One of these days, I am going to try a video game someday. I plan to try a video game.
Did you ever play them when you were younger? Like, what did you play? Did you play Pac-Man? Anything like that?
Yeah, like if we went to the arcade, like I would play Miss Pac-Man or something. But like, I did like pinball quite a bit. Like pinball.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
If pinball were a thing, I could probably get into it.
Well, your birthday's next month.
Someone's getting a pinball machine.
Sure. We don't have space for a pet, but we can put a pinball.
You can definitely get a pinball machine.
But I remember when I was a kid, like my dad got us an Atari, and there was something on there where you like move the thing on the bottom and a little ball hit on the hit up and down, and you try not to let the ball sink. Pong. Yeah.
Only the first video game of all time, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I definitely played that.
Very well.
Like that was something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If it's that, or it's the thing that's like the bricks. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think there was a
Brick Breaker.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Or
It's
Tetris.
Like the moving
with the sliding
sliding
The paddle,
thing.
yeah, Brick Breaker, yeah.
Brick
And you would hit the
Breaker,
ball up
okay.
to smash the bricks, yeah.
I think there's various.
I played that so much.
Arkanoid, is it?
When you would get through the top layer of bricks, and then it would bounce up there. Oh, what a satisfying feeling! It felt
made
good.
it through the last layer of bricks.
Yeah.
We're going to just ask you guys the Made of Things questions to finish up. So Made of Things is not a very serious show often, because even with musicians, which makes it kind of weirder. But most people immediately get it. We usually do this at festivals and stuff like that, but we do end up with the more, I guess, serious question, if you want, which is the Made of Things is based on the assumption that you've dedicated yourselves to art and making art, because which is not without its difficulties. And it's a struggle. You always have to be very sure that you want to do this, right? So because you had an experience that made you go, oh, I want to do this forever? Be it hearing something, or watching something, or reading something, or doing it yourself. Did you guys have that? And if so, what was it? Like, why I want to do that?
Janie, you go.
Well, for me, when I was in 5th grade, we would do a lot of reading aloud, and I felt like I was the only person in the class that could do it. Not because they were all like stupid or whatever, but they were just terrible at like reading aloud. And I was praised all the time because I had like good reading comprehension. And I remember that there was one in our reading book. One day there was a play, like a miniature play, where we had to sort of, select people to kind of pick who were what parts. And I just remember being like, oh, I want to be I read well, so I want to do this. And so that began like my passion for storytelling, just like telling stories through acting. So for me, that was it. I just didn't know I was going to pursue it as like my full-time vocational career until after, like in the middle of college, somewhat. That's when I decided, like, no, I want to do this. Other people are doing it. I want to do it.
Honey, I never thought about that reading aloud thing. That truly is like a big turning point. Because I remember that feeling too when I was a kid, that it was like, I know that I'm good at this.
Yeah.
For me, it was, I think, watching talk shows, watching guests on talk shows. Like when I was a kid, I don't think I wanted to host the talk show. I wanted to have the specialness of being the guest on the talk show. That I had a cool job, and then I would come on the talk show and talk about it. And, like I loved watching Johnny Carson and all these famous people like hanging out and making each other laugh and everything. Everybody seemed like they knew each other, and it was very glamorous and exciting to me. And that was definitely the thing where it was like, I did not know how one could even go about getting in that world, but I remember the feeling of, I want to live in that world.
Do you still like talk shows now?
You know what? I haven't watched a talk show in forever.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it, but yeah,
I do feel like that talk
it's been a long
shows
time.
in America have evolved into a different thing than what Paul's referring to from when we were kids.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
asking.
it's not the same. It's not quite the same.
There's a lot of there's a lack of spontaneity.
It's all segments now.
It's produced.
And it's very
prepared.
produced. Yeah.
It's produced and prepared in a way that you're not going to be surprised by the rapport very frequently.
It doesn't feel like life. And I've been watching a lot of panel shows lately.
Panel shows are great.
British panel shows. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
British panel shows.
My favorite right now is Would I Lie to You?
It's so funny.
Oh,
Would
yeah,
I lie
yeah,
to you?
I think the formula for it is perfect. It's perfect for people who are spontaneous and quick, and it's I think it's a genius, simple idea.
Yeah.
This needs a US version. Get on it.
Oh man, let's just say everyone's trying their best.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. I hope so. That would be awesome, because I know the British version. It has one of my favorite British comedians of all time, Bob Mortimer. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, he's on it a lot. Yeah,
he's insane.
Yeah. He's
not
quite a
the
character.
He's the best at it, because there's no telling between what's real and not with Bob Mortimer.
It truly is 50-50 every time.
It is amazing. Because there have been successful. I don't know if it's been successful, but there's been like another, like Taskmaster is huge, and there's a US version of that now as well. It's kind of like a panel show in a way. I guess.
I haven't seen Taskmaster yet, but I hear that it's great. I really want to check it out.
And QI is also amazing in British. QI is amazing. Okay, so last thing. Please name 3 things that you're made of. Completely on the spot, but very important. Forever.
Could be abstract, could be physical.
I'm going to say I'm made of laughs, fear, and mustache. That's me.
It is you. Great self-analysis.
I feel like that would be a good T-shirt too. Laugh Sphere mustache. Laugh Sphere mustache.
And you,
You
Janie,
know, like
how about
the big font. I think I'm made of sass, bossiness, and sugar.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
That's the shirt for you.
It's true. Sass, bossiness, and sugar.
Just walk in the room, everyone gets it.
That's
All
the
right.
name of my memoir. Sass, bossiness, and a little bit of sugar.
It is. Go with that.
All right, we'll get Matt. We'll get like his and hers T-shirts, honey,
Oh, I like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Guys,
for when we go nowhere.
We can have it on Zoom, but you've got to put the font
Yeah,
high
just
up.
up here.
Oh, we'll make it a Zoom background. How about that?
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
our two flamingos.
yeah, we have two flamingos that we just
Oh, look at those guys. All right.
Hi, flamingos.
They're pretty.
Guys, thank you so much for doing this. I
Absolutely.
Thanks for
am
having us.
beyond delighted. I cannot believe we
Ecstatic.
just did this. It's just, again,
No,
you guys
it was-
are such a pleasure. Seriously.
Thank
Can
you.
I
It was
just
great
want to
chatting with you guys.
point out how miraculously great everybody's internet was during this.
Yes.
True.
In kind of
Absolutely.
like a very like spooky way that you're all the way in Portugal and that we
It's
can just
nighttime
converse
now.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Not a
that's
single lag. Yeah.
And we
Crazy.
steal our internet.
no.
No, it's very illegal.
Yeah.
From our
It's very
family.
legal.
From our family, so technically it's borrowing.
That's not.
There
Then
we
it's
go.
sort
Oh,
of
it's
like
true.
shared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Borrowing.
Yeah.
But I've just been
It's
sort of
like
like
wrong
amazed by
Wi-Fi.
the
Yeah.
technology of all of it. Like
Yeah.
this, like I've zoomed with people in LA, and there have been times when it's like we have to call you.
Oh yeah.
This isn't
Well,
gonna work.
you know,
Yeah,
LA,
yeah.
according to you guys.
It's a hellscape.
It's very true.
hellscape. Yeah.
Pits of hell, ash, toxic ash, terrible
Bad
Wi-Fi,
Bad roads.
Bad roads. Don't forget bad roads.
bad roads, and
roads.
terrible Wi-Fi. And Zoom is worse over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. Well, this has been delightful for us
Thank
as well.
you.
Thank you so much for inviting us, and I wish you all the luck with Made of Things. I hope it will, continue because it's going on to television, I guess. And
Well, let's hope.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Fingers
it will.
crossed.
Fingers
It-
crossed.
Yeah.
Tudo ao molho e fé em Deus, everybody in the sauce.
Everybody in the sauce and faith in God.
Ending with a callback like a pro.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Mwah. Kisses and
Thanks, guys.
social,
Absolutely. Great to
physical,
see you.
socially things.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
Stay
Bye.
safe.